The agreement that Stephen and I have just signed represents the biggest defence export in Australia's history, with Canada's procurement of the over-the-horizon radar. This is a $2.5 billion deal, and it is far and away the largest defence export that we have ever done. The over-the-horizon radar began its life actually under the Hawke government back in 1986, and it was developed in partnership with BAE Systems, and Craig Lockhart has been with us today, the Australian CEO of BAE. And since then, it has formed the backbone of Australia's long-range northern surveillance. And it is far and away the most advanced long-range radar in the world. And just like Australia, Canada has large areas to surveil, and so Canada will use this to engage in surveillance over the Arctic. In total, this will support 1,000 direct and indirect jobs. But actually, more significantly than that, what this really means is that Australia and Canada are now partners in terms of the future development of the over-the-horizon radar. And just as Canada has benefited from decades of investment by Australia in this technology, similarly, moving forward, we will be the beneficiary of Canada investing hundreds of millions of dollars in R&D to develop this technology going forward.
Canada and Australia are Commonwealth countries, Five Eyes partners, and we've stood shoulder to shoulder for generations. As the world adjusts to its new strategic and economic realities, I can't think of a stronger partner to work with more than Australia. Just a few months ago, Prime Minister Carney made his first bilateral visit to Australia, the first by a Canadian Prime Minister in over 20 years, or nearly 20 years. He and Prime Minister Albanese reaffirmed the strength of the Canada-Australia relationship and committed to deeper cooperations in defence and security, critical minerals, artificial intelligence, energy, and investment. Today, we are turning those commitments into action by formalizing our partnership to deliver Canada's Arctic over-the-horizon radar capability. Australia brings decades of experience, apparently since 1986, developing and operating over-the-horizon radar, and today's agreements allow us to build on the expertise together. This capability will significantly enhance Canada's Arctic domain awareness, detect and track air and maritime threats with much greater range, strengthen NORAD by providing earlier warning and improving continental defence, and reinforce Canada's Arctic sovereignty. We can expect this project to create nearly 2,300 jobs annually in Canada over the next 5 years, expected to contribute nearly $290 million annually to Canada's GDP over the same period of time, and at least 14 Canadian companies will support this effort either by standing it up or in-service support for the duration of the project.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.